tourist trap, or tasty traditional Tokyo. That is what we heard about this area of Tokyo. And as tourists, we wanted to see for ourselves, taking you along with us to see, taste, and experience Asakusa.
So we came to the more eastern part here of Tokyo, and we're about to walk to the Asakusa Ward, which is a more traditional looking ward, which is supposed to be very beautiful and a lot of things to eat. However, this is also the first time we just stepped outside of the metro and laid eyes on the Sky Tree, the tallest building in Tokyo, Japan, and one of the tallest towers in the world, I think. What a nice sky tree. Might be the best sky tree I've seen so far.
We stroll along this river walk before heading over towards the center of Asakusa. Asakusa holds the atmosphere of an older Japan, housing the oldest temple in Tokyo. And having become an entertainment district during the Edo period, this area is now entertaining in a different way, with thousands of tourists and locals flocking to this area.
Damn. Busy again.
This area was definitely busier than just a few blocks over, and we immediately noticed the amount of rickshaws, giving the atmosphere both traditional and touristy.
So you're greeted by this big gate here, and there's this long street ahead.
This is Nakamisadori Street, which is a shopping street connecting the main gate to the temple and really gives this old school Tokyo atmosphere, with just way more of a crowd. There are so many shops selling both traditional and trendy food, along with many cute plushies and games to win them.
Everywhere we go, we have to look at little stuffed plushies, and they're cute. The problem is we have a limited amount of space in our bag and luggage.
And in a home.
And that one's cute. I like that one.
But they also have cute bags here. That's something I like.
There are also tons of souvenirs and statues for sale, and what really caught our eyes and our noses were the amount of sweet potato snacks for sale.
All right, so we went to this stall that specializes in sweet potato, Japanese sweet potato, and I love sweet potato. I saw a sweet potato cake, which I was drawn to more than the deep fried, honey glazed and sugar glazed sweet potatoes, but I wanted to give this one a try. It looked really good. So this was 370 yen. It's a little sweet potato cake, but it looks so fancy. I'll give it a go. Whoa.
What is it?
It's like uncooked cake batter taste or feeling, like texture wise. It's very nice. It has a slight sweet potato flavor, but it's not too sweet.
Oh, it's creamy. It's so soft. Oh, it's way better than I thought.
Yeah, I've never had anything like this. I really like it a lot.
It's like softer than marshmallow. You can like maybe pull that apart. Like, check this out. Just coming apart.
I just took all the top good stuff. Kind of like a marzipan, but not as hard.
Wow.
Like a marzipan ball.
That's really nice. That's what I was.
This is awesome. This is like a 10 out of 10 for me. I love this stuff.
8.5.
That sweet potato cake was so good, and there were so many sweet potato based treats along this street that all looked so good. We saw quite a bit of snacks for sale like takoyaki, daifuku, many rice balls, and various wagashi. Ninyoyaki are popular here, which are these small Japanese cakes filled with red bean paste and designed in these cute shapes. But before we visit the temple, there was one other sweet potato pastry that caught our eyes.
So we got this little sandwich. It said Asakusa sweet potato pastry.
Chestnut.
Chestnut and sweet potato
Custard.
in there.
Yeah.
Not sure. It's glazed with a crunchy outside layer.
Let's give it a try. Ooh, it's got one of these crispy pastries, these flaky ones.
It's really nice. It's really creamy.
It's such a light pastry.
Yeah, very nice. It like becomes air once you bite it.
Yeah.
And then you hit the cream in the center, which is quite cold and refreshing.
And the red bean paste is really nice. It seems like most of the snacks on this street are very sweet. We've seen ice cream, we've seen like these mochi balls, we've seen daifuku, strawberry versions, and it feels like most of this is very sweet. I think at the end of this we might need to go into a restaurant and try some savory.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna have a sugar rush after this, even though I love sweet things.
With that sugar rush, we buzzed towards the most historic and iconic landmark of this area.
Alright, so at the end of the street is one of the most famous temples in Tokyo. It's Sensoji. Right here they started with decorations, like these lanterns on the sides are nice. And actually on top of that are a couple of cherry blossom trees. And we're coming to an end of the cherry blossom season, so a lot of the blossoms, the petals are falling. It gives it a pretty nice flair when you walk down here.
This is Sensoji Temple, and it is the oldest temple in Tokyo. It felt very grand walking up to the main hall. And while we were here, we needed to see our future.
All right, I'm gonna get a fortune. It's 100 yen. So here we go. And then I'm going to shake this and a stick should come out.
Oh.
All right, this is my number, which I believe is 54, if those characters are the same as Chinese. Yep, they are. Matches up to 54, and I take a fortune out, and I put my stick back in. And this is my fortune. Now I've got to Google Translate this. No!
What now?
No, it's bad. I figured it would be bad because 4 is in the number. It says your body is one, but with 2 different kind mind. Your request will not be granted.
What a fun experience.
Well, I gotta go play it again, right? Just keep playing.
That works.
That's the gotcha game of fortunes.
Oh, it's gotcha. I got it. Yeah, yeah.
All right, maybe Phil can balance out my
Yeah,
fortune.
we can't leave with a bad fortune, so we're doing another one, 100 yen. How do I know what that is?
That is 610-1. So you have 61. 61. Is that the same? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you match it up.
One fortune for me. Half fortune. Damn it, Dad. They don't want us today. Yeah.
No.
Half fortune. You always worry about how long does it take to solve your past misdeed. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so our futures are not looking to be the luckiest, but we try to counterbalance this by wafting in the incense to make us, or I should say try to make us, smarter, clean ourselves as well, and then head up with the crowd into the temple.
Making it up into Sensoji.
This Buddhist temple is beautiful and very well maintained. I absolutely love the colors and designs on the ceiling.
I turn around for a second every time I'm losing Deanna. It's just, she blends in very well. Oh, what the hell? Dude, what are you doing?
I'm counterbalancing my bad fortune. We're in the temple. Maybe it's better.
Yeah, so Japan has seemed to bring out my inner addict. I had to tie up the bad fortune and try again for a better one. That's how it works, right? You just keep buying more fortunes until you get a good one.
The best fortune. The best. Look at that.
You will meet good luck by chance, just like getting a gem from the rocks while you are digging. Like you usually on a Saturday evening. Good job. Good
Nice.
job.
Nice. Counterbalanced my fortunes. Now I'm just neutral.
It says on the instructions that take the good one home. So you just leave the bad ones here. You take the good one home and then you're just good to go.
And with our newfound luck, we skip over to the garden, walking past this beautiful 5-story pagoda. It all looked so amazing during the end of Sakura season with all of these flowers.
So the whole Sensoji experience is for free. That's kind of nice. You can go into the temple.
And you can buy as many fortunes as you want.
Yeah, they're not free. Aside from that, it's pretty much in a central area, right? Right here, one of these shopping streets starts, the ones with the roof on top. And they have them on each side. So we're gonna see if we can find something to eat.
We walk through this Shotengai on the way to find a proper restaurant for dinner. This shopping street was designed with a more traditional vibe and a lot of red and wood.
This one, they made looking more traditional with the red painting jobs, with all the signage and stuff.
It's really nice. I like it.
Yeah, so that's a very nice addition to the Japanese cities, the Shotengai. If you just walk in the rain, no problem.
We saw a few clothing stores, Italian gelato stores, and before we could even make it to a restaurant, there was a beef cutlet that caught Phil's eyes. And in Japanese fashion, because we had to wait 2 minutes longer than the chef initially stated, he insisted on giving us complimentary wine.
But because the wait was a little longer, he gave us some wine for free. So I guess I have to drink it now. Nice.
And this is clearly the face of someone who
Cheers.
can handle her drinks.
All right, we stopped and got something. I don't know if this is anything traditional Japanese or so.
But it looked good.
Yeah, it looked good. It's an otona, and it's a minced Wagyu beef cutlet. There's minced beef inside of there, and then blue cheese with it. Ooh, I'm salivating already.
He's drooling.
It's deep fried, and they made it fresh, so we had to wait for like 10 minutes. So I'm really curious. Let me just try a bite, and then we'll show you the inside.
Ooh, that crisp though. Oh, it's a little more gravy than I expected.
It's a little less minced than I expected. So check it out. It's This is really nice. Like the beef taste is not that strong. It's more like a gravy. But then if you hit one of the blue cheese pellets, it's really nice. This was 500 yen because it's Wagyu beef from the region, they say. So it's like a nice hearty snack and it's really fresh and crispy.
I'm excited. I want to give this a try. It looked so good. So it's in one of these shotengai, which are these covered shopping areas, and it looked so good. I want to try it. Whoa. The blue cheese is very powerful. But overall, very good.
Oily.
Oily, but very flavorful. A nice savory note after all of these sweet things we've had.
And we continue onward, walking through some side streets in search of a proper dinner spot.
By the way, in your background, these are like the other streets of Asakusa that are not the main street that leads to the temple.
But I do see some restaurants.
Yeah, they're a little calmer than the main one, but there's still a lot to do and they do look a little bit more traditional.
And as the sun starts to set, the lights turn on, giving a warm and cozy vibe to these streets.
I can't fully tell if it's traditional or if it's a little theme parky. I mean, it's definitely cool, and right now the sun is about to set.
Along these streets, there are colorful signage and cool statues, and a lot of restaurants had really delicious looking food displays.
Look at that eel. Look at that eel on rice. That looks so delicious. We've got some tempura shrimp. We've got some
Look at that
udon.
one. Nice.
It's so realistic too.
We're absolutely enjoying Tokyo, and if you like Japan, Tokyo, traveling, eating food as much as we do, it would be amazing if you could subscribe to our channel.
And before we head over to the dinner restaurant, we wanted to ask you to please like the video and subscribe to our channel for more food and travel around the world. If you want to further support us, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/IanandPhil, and shout out to these family tier Patreon members: Ethan Mitchell, Heather Kuffner, Hessen Matro, Tarek Malkosh, Klaus Eisert, Lee Lim, Robert J. Casper, Sherry and Keith Dennis, Jessica Saransak, Jeff Standen, Debbie and Ray Gordon, Micah Munn, and Jamie DeVries. Thank you all for your support, and now let's eat. We spontaneously decided to go to this teppanyaki restaurant that looked good and had decent reviews. There wasn't an English menu, but with Google Translate and the 10 Japanese words we've learned along the way, we were able to order some food and drinks.
So we're in one of the restaurants off of the streets in Asakusa, and it's one of these authentic, not quite okonomiyaki, they call it here in this prefecture, they call it monjayaki. Monjayaki, so it's a type of teppanyaki grilled pancake, savory pancake, and we just got an appetizer here. There is a cover charge for this restaurant. A lot of restaurants and bars and izakayas have cover charge, and then you sit and you must drink and you just kind of chill and hang out. So we have this appetizer here. They cook it right in front of you on these individual grills, and let's give it a try. So here we go. All right, so you can see here, it's a savory pancake. Let's give it a try. Oh, that's quite nice.
Fluid on the inside.
Yeah. Very eggy too. Oh, it's quite nice.
Look at that, very fluid on the inside.
I think these are one of these places you hung out, you eat, you drink. They give you the option for you to cook it or them to cook it. And because it's our first time at one of these self ones, we asked for them to cook it.
So we're not drinking often, but I had a couple of beers here in Japan. The first one that I ordered was an Asahi Super Dry, and I stuck with it since then with my 4 or 5 beers that I had. I think it's quite nice. One thing in Japan, you often can order a big bottle. This one is 500 milliliter. I think they're also 650 ones, pretty big bottles.
Yeah.
And they give you a smaller glass with it, and then you just fill that up. And I think the custom is, if you're at a table and socially drinking, the younger person always tops up the glasses of the older people.
And it's also normal for them to ask you how many glasses. They asked how many glasses and we were like, oh, only him. I've got my peach drink here.
Oh, really? They asked that?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
one beer. A good German drinks 16 of those in an evening.
Monjayaki is popular in the Kanto region, and it's similar to okonomiyaki, but with different ingredients. It is also often prepared on a flat grill, and it tends to be a bit runnier than okonomiyaki. The ingredients are all chopped up into smaller pieces and then mixed into a batter before frying. We ordered this monjayaki with chili peppers, cheese, wagyu tendon, and a mix of vegetables and noodles. On this trip, we've eaten different okonomiyaki styles in both Hiroshima and Osaka. And now we're gonna try monjayaki for the first time here in Tokyo.
It's not quite what I expected. I expected, again, more of a doughy thing, like we had in Osaka, you know, like a pancake. But I'm just gonna try to grab a little here. It's very dewy and wet looking. Look at those. I don't know what that is.
There's pork, there's beef, there's seafood in there.
This is what I'm gonna do. The chopsticks are just here for decoration.
Aesthetic.
So I can't really tell what this is. What I can tell though is it's steaming hot. Monyayaki. It's like a potato dumpling. It's so nice, man. Kind of tastes like an okonomiyaki. It's interesting, but the texture is so different and the way of eating is so different. But I really like it, and if you look at it right now, it keeps boiling, it's still hot, so it creates a little bit of the skin on top of here.
So I think the stove is off, but it's just the residual heat coming through now.
But I would assume the whole flavor, the umami is still like going through there. So yeah, I like this quite a bit. Very gooey, nice, gooey goodness, basically.
So this is definitely something that you could burn your tongue on, or the roof of your mouth if you don't let it cool down enough. Oh wow, I really like the gooiness of everything together. It's like the sauce like kind of just brings it all together. Oh, there's some octopus there. Nice.
It is like it is with most of these super hot meals. It actually gets better the longer you eat because it cools down slowly, and with the slow heat, it's almost like slow cooking all the flavors into the whole mix of food. So I really keep enjoying this, and I think the longer you wait, the better the flavor gets, the better the flavor comes through and more intensifies. It's
Definitely. Also, this stuff's so good.
I really like the experience. It's quite something different because of the way it's prepared. It's just a fun thing. We said before, eating in Japan is often not a social event, but I think this one is definitely a social event. You sit around this table, you either prepare your own food or get it prepared. And I feel also like this restaurant is a lot about drinking, not just eating. Well, that place was really good. It was pretty spontaneous to go in there.
Yeah.
And one big Asahi beer later, and the world looks a little better.
We ended up paying just under 4,000 yen for this meal, which is around $28 US. That includes the 2 drinks, the large manjayaki order, and the cover charge per person.
It was very good experience, and nice buzz at the end of the day.
So one thing that I like is often when we plan food videos, we plan it out, we research the places where we want to go to and the dishes we want to order, the ones that are good rated at a certain place. Pretty planned out. This one was not really. We were just like, let's go to Asakusa and see if it's worth a video. And I think sometimes that's a better way to do it because
We're looking at Google too much and reviews and ratings all the time, and it's exhausting.
But it's nice, you know, you see the food on the streets and then you just, oh, that looks good, let's try that. And if it's after all a good experience, then why not do it that way? Asakusa in Tokyo, and it's an amazing area. It really grew on me during the day. I love it.
Yeah, a lot of good food. Let us know what your favorite district in Tokyo is if you've ever been. And as always, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
To the sky tree.
Bye! And we had a pretty decent fortune, right? We have counterbalancing fortunes for the day.
What are the odds? We draw 3 fortunes and all of them are amazing. Just the best ones.